This program is intended to explain about what is meant by a pointer. That is, basic definition of the pointer will be highlighted here. Now let us try to know the basics of the pointers. Pointer variable is also a variable like any other variable, with the exception that the acceptable value to be assigned to it is allocated memory cell number. Remember, for normal integer variables we can assign any number like 2000, 4000, 56, etc. For a float variable we can assign 19.6, 17.8, etc. But for a pointer variable we can assign only allocated memory cell number. In the declaration statements, star before any variable indicates that the variable is a pointer type variable. Of course, do not get confused. The statements other than declaration statements, star before a pointer variable indicates that the value available in the memory pointed by that pointer variable. Here this star is called as indirection operator. When we apply indirection operator to a pointer variable, we will get the value in the memory which is referred by the pointer variable. As of today, most of the operating systems are 32-bit operating systems. Of course, we are migrating to 64-bit operating systems. Otherwise, in 32-bit operating systems, for any pointer variable, 4 bytes of memory will be allocated. Remember one important aspect about the pointers. Never try to assign any number, arbitrary number, to a pointer variable. We cannot assign like that. We can assign only allocated memory cell numbers only. Of course, we can assign 0 for a pointer variable. We shall discuss more about this when we come to linked list. The integer variable n is declared. We are assuming that the address which is allocated for this variable is 10018. Remember, that is the starting address. For this variable, the bytes 10018 and 10019 will be allocated. If the machine uses 2 bytes for the integer variables. Otherwise, if a machine uses 4 byte integers, then 10018, 19, 20, 21. These 4 bytes will be allocated for the variable n. However, for our discussion sake, we are assuming that our machine takes only 2 byte integers. The statement integer star p makes the pointer variable p to be declared. Normally, when memory is allocated for the variables, consecutive memory locations will be allocated. As the variable n takes 2 bytes, the pointer variable p address starts from 10020. As of today, most of the operating systems are 32-bit operating systems. Thus, for any pointer variable, 4 bytes of memory will be allocated. Thus, for this pointer variable P, the memory cells which are allocated are 100, 20, 21, 22, 23. For variable n, 10 we are assigning. That means that in the memory, whatever allocated for the variable n, in that memory, 10 will be stored. This statement P is equal to ampersand n when it is executed. The address of the variable n, that is 10018, is assigned to the pointer variable P. We are not violating any rules and regulations. Remember, we already said one can assign allocated memory cell number only to a pointer variable. Here, n is already declared. For that, already the memory cell number 1018 and 19 is allocated. That address 10018 we are assigned to the pointer variable n. Thus, we are not violating anything. Thus, n address is assigned to P. People say P is a pointer to the variable n. Of course, you may be wondering, if so, what? What is the benefit? We can access the value of n via this pointer variable also by applying indirection operator. In this statement, we are trying to print n value and star P. What is star P? P is a pointer variable. When we put star before a pointer variable, we have already understood that it is a value in the memory which is pointed by that pointer variable P. Currently, P value is 10018. That is, it is pointing to the memory of the variable n. What is there in that memory? 10. Thus, this printf statement gives 10 and 10. So, this indicates that star P is as good as n. Wherever n we have to use, we can as well use star P. We have incremented n value by 1. Thus, in the memory of n, instead of 10, now we will see 11. The following printf statement, when we execute, we will get 11 and 11, as star P also as good as n. Thus, when you say n, 11 you will be getting. When we say star P, also we will be getting 11. Star P is equal to star P plus 10. What is the meaning of this statement? It is as good as n is equal to n plus 10. Thus, we will be getting 21 in the memory of the variable n. This printf statement will print 21 and 21. N value is also 21, star P value is also 21. This statement, scanf %d, comma P. You remember, the scanf function requires what to be read, that is the format string. Here, by writing %d, we have informed that it is supposed to read one integer from the keyboard. The second argument for the scanf function is memory cell number. Here we are writing simply P. What is the value of P? 10018. So which means that in place of P, we are just consider 10018 is written there, which means that scanf considers that it is supposed to take one integer from the keyboard and store the same in the memory location 10018. What is this 10018? It is same as the memory of the variable n. Thus, this statement is exactly same as scanf %d ampersand n. Remember, P is equal to ampersand n. So, the same, here we are using instead of ampersand n, we are using P. Thus, whatever value we enter, it will be stored in the memory cell of the variable n. For example, if I enter 216, that is stored in the variable n. When this printf statement is executed, we will get 216 and 216. As of now, we understood that what is meant by a pointer variable. What is a indirection operator? From this example, this program is intended to